This is WLV News.
Good evening. This is WLV News with Sarah Perry
and Amy Sands. The headlines this evening. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn is aiming to remain in Wolverhampton. A flavour of diversity comes to town with an international theme, and a university race team aims to perfect a winning formula.
First this evening, Jeremy Corbyn has been in Wolverhampton today to speak at a fundraising dinner for the Labour Party. Corbyn's speech focused on a range of issues both locally and internationally, and he even admitted to having a soft spot for the Wolves football team, having grown up in nearby Shrewsbury. Chris Pratt reports.
A sold-out crowd came to see Jeremy Corbyn as he embarked on the latest leg of his local election campaign trail. Local MP Rob Morris introduced the Labour leader.
Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
One of the key issues Mr Corbyn touched on was the Labour Party's desire to remain in the EU. He also took the opportunity to rally support ahead of the local elections.
We are campaigning for a Remain vote, but it's a Remain vote to bring about a Europe of social justice for all, not a free market Europe where big business takes over. We're on about 2P, we're on about Working Time Directive, we're on about anti-discrimination legislation, we're on about environmental protection, all those kind of issues you can only achieve if you do it together.
We grow as a movement if we harness that enthusiasm, that energy and that ambition of everybody for a collective of a better society. These are very exciting times. Thank you very much for the privilege of being here.
The Labour supporters gathered in this unsuspecting warehouse behind me to show their support for the Labour leader. He also took the opportunity to visit each table and speak to voters one-to-one. The night was topped off by live music, great food and great company, and was a night to be remembered by all. Chris Pratt, WLV News.
The University of Wolverhampton has played host to an international fair in their newly built business building. The day was open to both students and staff. Visitors to the event have been making the most of their experience.
I got my name written down in Chinese and there's really cool dancing going on from all the different cultures, which is cool.
I enjoyed learning about different cultures and students who come from other countries to study in Wolverhampton, and I got my name written down in Chinese.
Getting henna and trying all the different food.
The day featured a wide range of music, activities and exotic cuisine, which honoured the university's diversity and aimed to show a variety of cultures with both students and staff.
Okay, ready?
An 18-year-old woman and 22-year-old man have appeared before Wolverhampton magistrates today charged with assault and offences leading to the death of a juvenile. Megan Sterry was at the hearing.
The man and woman appeared at the magistrates' court this afternoon facing charges including cruelty to a person under the age of 16, causing and allowing death of a child and others. The two spoke in front of the city's magistrates only to confirm their names and addresses. 22-year-old Daniel Sazzoni via video link and 18-year-old Zoe Howell, both of Whitburn Close in Wolverhampton, appeared in front of Wolverhampton Magistrates Court and are to appear in front of Wolverhampton Crown Court tomorrow morning, where proceedings will continue. Sazzoni will remain in custody, whilst Howell is on strict conditional bail and the two are no longer allowed contact.
A group of engineering students are hoping to have the winning formula after their successful first test drive at RAF Cosford. It's taken 4 months of hard work rebuilding the 2008 Dallara Formula 3 car, ready for the start of the racing season. The students are the only ones from a university taking part in this season's MSV Formula 3 Cup competition. The car will be put through its paces in 17 rounds at world-famous tracks including Brands Hatch, Silverstone and Donington.
This year's LGBT History Month at the University of Wolverhampton is dedicated to the topic of same-sex marriage. Sue Lynn has been along to the Arena Theatre where there has been a screening of The Wedding Banquet, a film that highlights some of the issues attached with same-sex marriage.
The Arena Theatre has been the venue for the special screening. Vice Chair of LGBT Staff Network is Tracy McCoy, who explained the main area of concern regarding same-sex marriage.
The issue has been around the fact that there was not parity, that it was called something different. And there were some slight differences between civil partnership and marriage. And there are still some differences in terms of the legal protections and rights between same-sex couples as compared to opposite-sex married partners. It is different around the world, and unfortunately sexuality and identity get enmeshed with religion and faith, as in so many things, and tradition and expectations. And in different countries, people experience different pressures for what a family might be or the need to have children, and so there are fears about potentially same-sex people not being able to produce children and so on. From our privileged Western viewpoint now, we can look back and think, oh, we can have children.
And what do you think people will take away with them tonight?
I hope they will take an uplift, because actually we have come a long way, and people really don't need, generally at least in the UK, to kind of de-dyke the house and turn all their photographs around or take them away, or any kind of connection to gay flags or anything. You know, they don't have to hide who they really are. People can be themselves, both in their relationships and generally at work.
After the film, members of LGBT had the chance to reflect and ask questions to a panel of experts, who too told of their own experiences. But what did the audience think?
I think it was excellent, the way it was portrayed.
Good to hear stories from people who had personal experience.
The whole impact on the family I found really fascinating. There were definitely mirrors there that it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable really about looking at my own life and how I live in comparison to what he had to do to please his parents.
And finally, internet sensation Lee Marshall, better known as Disco Boy, gave shoppers an unexpected item in the bagging area at Asda Wolverhampton when he wheeled in his mobile DJ set. The bizarre scene was captured on video and later uploaded to Disco Boy's social media sites, where it has been watched in excess of 250,000 times. Disco Boy was in the city doing a nightclub appearance at the grain store.
Guys, get guys, get yourself to the bagging area, come on! Get yourselves in this bagging area! Let's get lively, put your phones down, your hands up, come on!
Some travel news for you. You can expect delays if you are travelling on the A34 between Hazel Lane and Walsall Road in Great Worley, as there has been an accident due to an overturned lorry. And on Tetnall Road towards Albrighton, the traffic lights are out of action at the junction with Newhampton Road. So just take it easy on the approach.
To the weather now, and tonight will be mostly clear overnight, which could lead to a frost forming in sheltered rural spots by the morning. Lows tonight are 3 degrees. Tomorrow there's set to be sunny spells and some patchy clouds throughout the day, and it will be rather windy. There may even be the odd shower for some. We can expect a high of 14 to 16 degrees Celsius.
That's all from the WLV News team today. Join us tomorrow morning from 6. Have a good evening.